Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, we're going to address the elephant in the room, or the elephant in the top 10 crypto, and that is Dogecoin, who is now ranked the number eighth highest market cap in the crypto field. If you look here at the volume, Dogecoin's total market cap is around $17.1 billion, and we've done about $11.4 billion in volume in the last 24 hours. So to put that into perspective, we're looking at around $500 million in transactions every hour for the last day. This is the average, obviously, but this is an incredible amount of money that's flowing into the coin, obviously because of the Elon purchase of Twitter. And this is just based off of what he said as far as for integrating Dogecoin and as being a method of payment on the platform. I have a number of videos about how that can play into the price increase and adding utility, which is what we need in the coin, and just pretty much having overall appreciation because of those coins that are going to leave exchanges and put pressure as far as when the amount of circulating supply, the amount of coins that's going to be available to short is going to go down, and a great number of those coins that are on the market now won't go back into the exchanges or on the market for sale, thus just adding price to adding price increases to the coin. So this is just very bullish long term, and I believe that a lot of people have come to the realization that okay, Elon actually purchased Twitter. This is a real thing. Let me get in on this now. Now, obviously, we're going to take a look at the charts. I mentioned this in my last video. We are going to have some swing traders come in and stuff like that. We've seen short spike up today, but that buying pressure is just overwhelming. And so far, shorts have been not very successful in slowing down. We are technically due for a cool off here. We're going to take a look at the chart in a moment. But I did just want to say that for, 7-day percentage is what, 113% now, 50% in the last 24 hours. So just an incredible leap up here. And even the rejection, because I mentioned in my last video that technically, if we're following the trends, we should have gotten a rejection or some resistance around 13 cents. We did very briefly, but then we blew through that. But it is looking like that's going to be a rejection from 15, and we may consolidate back below that 13 mark, which is fine. We're right on track for history, and we're preparing for that retest to break through. Obviously, there's a cool off period, so there's nothing to be alarmed about. Completely normal. But let's take a look at the charts. So this is what we're looking at. This is this candle that is literally like the highway to heaven here. And this is what I zoomed in what we were talking about about 3 days ago. I did my last video. We were talking about this continuation here and how we would go up here and test this. This is the previous test. When we break above this 702 line, 702, 706 range. We break above this, we typically run up, and this is our cycle so far. We run up and do a test. So the projection was that we were going to run up and test at around 13, about 13.5. And we literally blew past that, but we got a rejection off of the 15 mark, and looks like we're consolidating relatively close. So this is why I like the chart. It gives you obviously it's not 100%, but it gives you a range of expectation that you can kind of have here. But this is literally just a monstrous candle here. We see the 21-day, the 50-day, the 72-day are all curving and going vertical, trying to even catch up here. So this is the projection that we're going to have here now. We even see the 200-day, just because of the massive increase here. The 200-day has already started to curve because we're looking at and well over 100% increase. So I do expect this to kind of cool off here at around this 13-cent level that we've been talking about, just because this follows the current trend, and that we don't have evidence of that it's going to break just yet. We did get a pretty steep rejection here off of the 15 mark, and we did have some shorts close out. We'll take a look at that chart here in a moment. But as of right now, this is a continuation of the trend, and especially if we get a candle that closes within the time frame below this 13 mark. I'll keep using this trend here to chart our next move up. And I believe the next one should put us closer to around 20 cents or so. But again, this is all depending on institutions, any news that comes out. Because, obviously tonight Elon could say, okay, get ready for this with Dogecoin on Twitter coming soon. And then boom, we're off to the races again. So what we're looking at here here's a classic case of FOMO, but rightfully so for the people who want to get positions here and at these lower prices before the integration with Twitter actually happens. So let's look here at shorts. So let's take a look here at the shorts here, because you're going to see shorts. They tried this morning, but they got obliterated. Very, very bad. So, and these candles here, they obviously had some time to correct, but when I was looking at this live, the short candle looked like the price action candle that we just looked at. It was just crazy. But then you see this huge rejection here and this consolidation point back down to around like 7.2 million. So we did see some of the shorts close out their positions. So they probably took in some new positions here, obviously, and they didn't stay in them long. And I was very curious to kind of factor in the time frame that they were going to hold those shorts. The reason this kind of shocked me is because I thought that they were trying to get this down closer to around the 10-cent mark, but they got in and they got out for the most part relatively quickly. And it's not a bad decision. I just found it very interesting. Typically, you don't want to bet against FOMO because people are asking, okay, it's the 13-cent mark that you mentioned, is that going to hold up? And I'm like, it's honestly very difficult to chart FOMO because we have people taking early positions. Obviously, you have some swing traders and stuff like that coming in to try and make a quick profit. But now, if it's an institution, a whale, or if Elon kind of jumps on this right now and says, yeah, as a matter of fact, here's 10 ways Twitter is going to use Dogecoin right now. Like this whole chart, you can't chart that. It's just going to go. We have to look at previous points of resistance and stuff. So, the next big battlefield for us will be like the 20 to 25-cent mark after we get out of the teens here. But ultimately, it really just depends on what catalyst that is propelling us there, because you can't chart FOMO. And now people have a better idea of crypto. People have a better idea of how to invest. People know about removing your coins from the exchanges. People know it's just people are better prepared, I believe, than last year. So and people know about DCing and averages, consolidations, and stuff like that. So it's just, I believe the community as a whole is a lot smarter than they were last year. So you're going to see hopefully some more strategic investing here, and so that the shorts and FUD articles, all this kind of stuff like that aren't going to be able to sway the markets to the degree that they did last time. But ultimately, I'm very excited. We're in a great position now. I do believe we are. I'm going to go back to the other chart. But I do believe we're cooling off, which is fine, and we should do that somewhere around 13 cent. We'll check here. Let's see. But yes, as of right now, we are in a great position. Looks like we are consolidating at around that 12, 13 cent mark, which is completely fine. We are right on track, right where we should be. Shorts have done nothing overly aggressive and actually have shown some respect for FOMO by closing out some of those positions and not trying to get it down lower. You do not want to be on the wrong side of that kind of momentum. That is a very quick way to get margin call. So they're staying out of the way right now. So it's looking like we are in a really great position. So that is my TA update for Dogecoin. Letting you guys know as far as the price action, my expectations. Tonight, I'll be going over my Twitter expectations and breaking down a plan as far as what I think is going to happen next with Dogecoin. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, like the video. If you want to see more from me, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Dogecoin. And if you don't like shorts or funds knowing your next move, you can obviously check out Moomoo. I have a link for them in the description section where you can do payment for order flow free trading. And also, if you do want my trades for the week, I have a Patreon group. We meet every week on Sundays and go over plays for the week. I have a link for that in the description section as well. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in the next video.